Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the crystal readings time. How is everyone doing tonight? As you join, feel free to share this out. And also, don't be shy, feel free to say hi into the chat. And for those of you who would like a card pulled out from the deck for you, feel free to ask that into the chat. And for those of you who already know, I start this show usually with pulling one card, one general card for everyone who is watching live, and then I go through the interpretation of it. So let's see what the general card for everyone who is watching now live is. The general card is Garnet. So let's see what Garnet means. Garnet gives joy and vital energy, has a restorative effect, provides energy, and strengthens our courage. It shows us how we can develop love from the physical aspect to the area of the heart. It promotes self-trust and strengthens our courage to face life. The interpretation of this card is sense of understanding, flexibility, encouraging activities. It can also mean young helper, conflict, and aggression. And shadow aspects are presumption, powerlessness, scandal, and illness. It can also mean unfavorable prospects. So feel free to type into the chat if this card resonated with you in some way. And the swords in this deck symbolize the mind and the air element. So feel free to type into the chat if you would like a reading. Either with 1 card, 3 cards, or 4 cards. Today, and just for today, all of them are for free. So feel free to type into the chat and ask if you would like a reading. And I think starting next week, I will introduce in this show pendulum readings as well. More advanced readings. I am just waiting for some tools to arrive. So let's see now another general reading for past, present, and future situation around the world. So let's see, what do we have here? For the past, we have the Amazonite. For the present, we have the Rhodochrosite. And for the future, we have the Carnelian. So let's see, what does this mean? The Amazonite for the past. In cases of depression and emotional problems, the Amazonite reawakens joy and makes us aware of our complexity. It opens the heart so that universal love can flow once again, and so it helps us express our feelings better. The interpretation of this card is trouble, painful insight, isolation, pangs of love, distraction, old wounds, and pain. The shadow aspects are mistake, loss, error, distress, and fear. Now let's see for the present. The rhodochrosite its colors warm our heart and bring tender, loving feelings to the conscious mind. The rhodochrosite promotes creativity and intuition, relieving emotional pressures and dissolving energy blocks, resulting in more openness and spiritualization. The interpretation of this card is lively feelings, dreams, faithfulness, helpfulness, self-development, and friendly offer. It can also mean young girl, emotional, young person. The shadow aspects are seduction, delusion, oversensitivity, and suggestion. This has been for the present, and now let's see for the future. The carnelian. The carnelian facilitates concentration on the activities of the day and thereby increases efficiency, vitality, creativity, and drive. It accelerates development, awakens creative potential, and causes us to become more active and perform tasks with joy and interest. The interpretation of this card is bravery, willingness to take risks, spirit of enterprise, quick-wittedness, and temperament. It can also mean proceeding without deliberation and preparation, or departure or change of place. The shadow aspects are impatience, aggression, cynicism, and vindictiveness. Can also be dangerous situation. So this has been the situation for the past, present, and future. And the general card for everyone who is watching live is the Garnet. So feel free to type into the chat if you would like a card, or if any of the previous cards has resonated with your situation in any way. As I said, just for today, all of the readings specified here are for free. So feel free to type into the chat if you would like a 1 card, 3 cards, or 4 cards reading. And from next week, hopefully, I will also add to this show the pendulum readings. I say hopefully because I am waiting for some tools to help me implement them. So I am going to wait for another minute to see if any comments hit the chat with any requests for reading. And if not, I will reread the interpretation for the general card for everyone that is watching live right now, and then end the show. So Garnet gives joy and vital energy, has a restorative effect, provides energy and strengthens our courage. It shows us how we can develop love from the physical aspect to the area of the heart. It promotes self-trust and strengthens our courage to face life. The interpretation of this card is sense of understanding, flexibility, encouraging activities. Can also mean young helper, conflict, or aggression. And the shadow aspects are presumption, powerlessness, scandal, and illness. It can also be unfavorable prospects. So that is all for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And don't forget, if you would like to go deeper into the use of crystals, I invite you all to join my webinar. And you can find more details on my website by visiting robertdosa.com/masterclass. There are 3 dates that I will broadcast my webinar live, and those are the 12th, the 15th, and the 18th of April. And on all 3 dates, it will be live at 7 p.m. GMT. And after you purchase your ticket from robertdelsa.com/masterclass, you can see the exact time in your time zone on the registration page of the webinar. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Have a blessed evening, everyone.